Hey coaches, Randy White here. I've been a PGA pro for 35 years, been teaching golf to juniors for about 40 years now. And during my time I messed up a lot of golfers just working on their grips. You know, I'm out here today detailing my car because I washed it, and the sun's coming out. So I'm going to give it a little wax and then let it sit on there and get it all nice and spruce because I've already washed it. I'm detailing it out now. And that's what we do with the golf swing. When we're talking about grip today, grip is the thing that follows up. It's the detail we do to the golf swing after we've got that kid swinging that club. Well, coaches, hello. Welcome to my golf studio. It's cold outside. It's kind of a strange time of the year, but we're inside here and we're talking about golf grip. I mentioned earlier that I was a golf professional for a long time and how I messed people up. And I remember doing that by being so technical about grip when kids were young that they were so concerned. It actually, when it was negative for them, because some of the things that were taught were not good for the students because of their age and their strength. So I'd like to correct that a little bit by doing this video. First off, as we handle the grip with our kiddos, we don't have to be too concerned about their exact hand position right away. We really need to form their golf swing first. Video 1 talks about that. That's a great place to start. But don't get over concerned about their grip and getting all kinds of interlock and Barton grips and all this stuff going on right away. What you want to do possibly are the things to get their proper hand on the bottom and the top. Don't even worry about separation of hands, because naturally a kid's going to do what their strength is able to do. And the reason kids keep their hands separated is because they don't have enough strength to put them together. Let that happen. When they're age 7 and 9, don't worry about it. That's something we can detail out later. It's the steering wheel that we'll talk about as we get to older kids, especially 11 on up. But right now, let's not mess with that. Get the proper hands on top and bottom, figuring out if they're right-handed or left-handed helps a lot. And the other thing is, I've even seen kids where their hands are upside down and swinging backwards. So it can be crazy stuff out there. It is kind of good to get their hands in the proper up and down position based on right hand or left hand. So do that right away, get their thumbs down the middle, but don't worry about getting that hand position, the V's on the grip, just proper at age 7 to 9. Not all golf swings are the same. Not all grips are the same. There is no perfect model for a golf grip. You can read all the magazines you want. You can look at Ben Hogan's technical book, The 5 Lessons of Golf. Obviously that was great for Ben Hogan. But you look at some of the other golfers on tour, from Justin Spieth to Bubba Watson, they have differences. They're not the same. Their swings aren't the same. The hands on the golf club is the steering wheel to the spin of the ball as it takes flight. And since swings aren't the same about doing that, so neither can the grip be. They'll be technically close, but not yet. Not yet. At age 9, I introduced the interlock grip. I interlocked the pointing finger of the top hand and the little finger of the bottom hand, and I put them together because that stabilizes the hands together. Now they're getting strong enough to keep their hands together, and that's really a good point. I don't use the Barton or the overlap grip because they can still get separation, but the interlock seems to do that. I use maybe the Barton as they're getting up to age 13. We're getting more technical, and if that feels good to them, I like that grip, especially for the kids with the larger hands. I know Jack Nicklaus used the interlock because he had a little smaller hands. That's a great thing to look at as you're looking at the grip on our students. Coaches, we're up to a 13-year-old and they're hitting the ball and they have ball flight. They got strength to get the ball up in the air and it's starting to spin different directions, and they got their club and they got these V's we talk about. Everybody's seeing them. They're all in golf magazines, the V's, and have them pointing a certain way. Well, think about this, coaches. If I'm driving down the road and I got my hands at 3 and 9, driving my car, I can turn both ways. But if I have my left hand on top, my right hand on the bottom, I can turn a lot left, but I can't turn a lot right, and vice versa. Okay, here's the deal. This is our steering wheel right here. Okay, this steering wheel controls the spin or the turn of the golf ball. So we want to put our hands on there properly, and these V's are our guideline only for the spin of the ball. They're not the they're not the thing that has to be exact. They don't have to point at your right shoulder. They can point slightly right of your right shoulder, slightly left of the right shoulder. But here's the thing. The ball flight defines where my hands go. How much is it spinning? So don't get crazy about cookie cutter grips. The best thing for our kids is to not break that mirror, first off. And we wouldn't want 9 years of bad gripping. But here's the deal. Get the hands on there at age 7, separated or not, thumbs down the middle. Just get the right hands on top and the right hand on the bottom, the proper hands. As they get to 9, get them together, maybe interlock so they stay together because they're stronger. Then let's technically look at the grip as the ball flight goes out there and steer our spin. That's going to help our students. Let's not overteach right away. Let's get that swing going first. Then once they start seeing ball flight, they'll want to change. And the other thing is, as we're teaching this, have them try it. Say, what if you did this? Or what if you did that? What's that feel like? What do you think that should do? Should you try to do that as you're playing golf? Should you learn to do that? There's a lot of questions we can ask at this time so these kids can have self-learning experiences. They can explore their own game, their own swing. So coaches, have a good time with the grip. Hopefully this helps you out. Well, coaches, the sun just went down and the clouds are coming out. It looks like it's going to rain. There's a proper time to detail your car. There's a proper time to detail your swing. I don't think I'm going to detail my car right now. I think I'm going to wait. I think I'd rather do it on a sunny day. So let's work on our grip at the right time.